Welcome back to the next episode of the Parking Lot Podcast. Today I got Bree Perry on.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going all right. I mean, it's been going ever since graduation. I haven't seen you since then.
No doubt.
I quit my job. I went to OU for a semester. I came back because I didn't like OU.
Where's OU? Norman?
Yeah. I went to the one in Norman. They have one here, though. And then...
OU Tulsa?
Mm-hmm. And then I came back, applied to TCC, got into TCC, got my own apartment, got a new job, quit that job, got a new job. I'm still at that job.
And so you went from pizza shop to...
Substitute teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Big
and you
jump.
quit that one?
And then I was working at IHOP for 2 weeks.
IHOP?
2 weeks.
Which one? Glenpool or?
Yeah, Glenpool.
That one's cleaner and nicer.
Yeah, I didn't like it. The manager, she...
Server?
Huh?
Server or cook?
Yes, I was server. They wouldn't let me be cook. And I have the experience. I'm not even a server. I was a cook. But, what was I saying? The manager, she threatened to fire me because I had an AirPod in my ear. But we had this drug addict at work. She crashed out. Like, she fell because she wasn't wearing non-slip shoes. She fell on the ground, busted her kneecap. And then my manager was right there when it happened. She said, "Well, Joyce, are you wearing your non-slip shoes?" And then Joyce said, "That's what you have to say to me right now, Amy." And then she crashed out on everybody in that restaurant. The customers. She was like, "I'm homeless. I don't have any other way of income." Blah, 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 blah. And then they sent her home for the day.
Anyone get it on video?
No.
Unfortunate.
But they threatened to fire me for having my AirPod in. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. Because it's IHOP. I would understand if it was like a fancy restaurant, no AirPod. I get that. But we just had a drug addict yell at everybody, and she still works there. So I don't understand.
Was it the AM shift, like the 1 to?
No, it was a
afternoon?
PM shift. It was
Did you work that shift? Did you ever work like 3 or 4 a.m.?
Yes. Oh my, yes. That's why I had to quit too. It's horrible. I'm not built for that. And so I don't know if you know this, but me and Levi, we broke up. And yeah, that was like, I think a month and a half ago. A month and like 4 days ago. So I say a month and a half ago. But anyways, he came in with all of his drama friends. So like 20 people. I was supposed to get off at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to stay till 1 because they all came in. They all ordered their food and everything like that. And then, what's it called? They all left. I had to bust the tables, everything. I had to pay $91 because people didn't close their checks.
Pause. Huh?
Yeah. People didn't close their checks, so I had to pay $91 for it.
How does that work? The employee has to pay money?
Yeah.
For what?
Because they left without paying.
That's wild. And there's no cameras?
No, there's cameras. It's IHOP.
That's crazy. How does that place stay in business?
I don't even know. But after that day, the next day I came into work and I said, I quit. And they were like, "Oh, okay." I said, "I could put in my 2 weeks. I can work." They're like, "No, it's okay. You can just go." I was like, "Okay."
That's so based.
It was
just
horrible.
saying I quit and they're like, "Okay." I mean, I put in my 2 weeks because I don't know. I mean, my brother works there, and so I don't want bad. And I'm gonna go back.
Are you?
I think so. I miss everyone. I miss everyone so much.
Yeah.
I went to pizza shop like 2 weeks after I quit,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Can I work here?" And they're like, "We're good right now." All right.
Pizza shop is not good right now. They got, I think, so Kinsley, she's about to quit. Bryce is about to quit. I think he just put in his 2 weeks, and he's lead cook. So if you reapplied right now, you might get it.
Nah, I got some better opportunities lined up.
Hideaway?
Shields gun store.
Shields? Do you have to have, you have your gun license, right? How'd you get a gun?
I'm over 18.
You don't have to have
buy
a gun
rifles and
license to
shotguns.
buy a gun?
So I paid it for them. They're in my dad's name because it would take 2 weeks with a background check and everything. But my dad's over 21, so he can walk in, buy it, and leave.
You don't have to have a gun license to buy a gun?
Okay, well, a license, no. You just have to do the background check and stuff. Like
What?
if you're not crazy or a former convict or something like that. Like
So do you have to have a gun license to sell guns?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Or like, if you like sell one of your friends a gun, I think there might be some sort of legal process. But I mean, a lot of people do it like illegally. I mean, and that's. But then, I mean, that's the thing though. Like, anyone can get a gun.
That's crazy. So
Yeah.
Shields.
Yeah. I saw on Indeed they're hiring a gun salesman, but I know nothing about guns, so I'll spend the whole summer like learning about ammo types and.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the history. I don't know like the ammo or
the history of guns.
Yeah,
How'd they start?
China and like the gunpowder used for like fireworks, and then muskets and cannons and Gatling guns and.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
applied to Shields.
What department?
The women's clothing department, I think. I had a friend recommend me, and I still didn't get the job. But Philip Gerber, I'm gonna say his name because that man, he's a little critter. He he worked at Pizza Shop with me, and he was so bad at his job. Philip, if you're watching this, you're really bad at your job. And he quit Pizza Shop, moved to Mazio's, and then he started working at Shields. And I was like, how did you get a job at Shields but not me? I was so mad at him for that. I even texted him that. I said, how did you get a job at Shields and not me?
What department did he apply for?
He was cashier. I don't know what department he applied for, though.
Shields is better than the entire mall itself.
Shields is the entire mall.
I mean, that's the only thing you need. I always had a dream when I was younger is to go to a mall that had a gun store in it. And it finally got made real.
That was a dream of yours?
Yeah. Like, the first time I went to Shields, I go up the stairs, and this dad's carrying a bolt action on his shoulder with his two little kids. I'm like, that's
American
America.
Dream right there.
I mean, at least that's Oklahoma. Like, you know,
yeah.
Like, we can open carry, or we can conceal carry with no license. I like the option to be able to open carry. I mean, I never do it, but I'd like to have.
I don't know anything about guns. I know nothing. I've shot one once, and I was like, I don't want to shoot a gun again.
Never again?
Never again.
Even if I give you I'll let you shoot my AK?
At what? The wall?
Targets.
Targets.
Paper targets or glass bottles.
If you had like a range, maybe.
Yeah, there's like 2 different places I go.
But they're scary and like.
Guns?
Yeah.
Well, you just be smart.
Well, yeah, but still. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, you know?
I mean, there could, but you just don't be an idiot, and we're not idiots.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I am an idiot, but I'm.
So what's your major at TCC?
History.
History? Why?
Yeah. Because all the other ones are boring, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to work like a hideaway for like until I figured it out. I was like, let's go to school for free, get an associate's, and then transfer.
Where are you gonna transfer?
NSU probably, BA or Tahlequah campus. Get a dorm.
So you're gonna get a dorm?
I would like to. I mean, I wish I could have out of high school go to college, get a full ride or like half a ride and like play football.
Play football? You didn't even play football in
I know,
high
but I
school.
wish I could have. Like playing, I wish I could have played football and like not.
Interesting though.
I liked my construction class and I like fixing Chromebooks.
Yeah, how was that?
It was fun. My name is on the building.
Oh.
And I was on the roof, and no one else will get on the roof.
Unless.
I don't know, unless they do.
Unless they do.
Yeah. But, I mean,
have you been in the new building?
I've been 3 times, or
since
2
it's
times.
Been built?
Yeah.
Like fully built?
I went back a few weeks ago.
Really? How?
I just go and say, hey, I'm here to, like, see my old teachers and talk to them.
Oh.
Because I was going to talk to one of my old teachers about an internship.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, the last few months I could work at the school, get some experience. And then that's when I went through the whole subbing thing.
Oh.
Talked to Sydney about it.
Did you figure out how to apply?
Yeah, but all the paperwork, it would have taken me longer than I had.
It's really not hard, though.
Or, I don't know, I'll just wait. I was like, If I didn't get the summer job, I would have redone that. Or actually, no, because it's summer.
I think you could do it, you could apply it over the summer, and then when you get back from summer, you can have the job. Because your background check will get done by that time, everything like that. My background check only took a week.
But then she said you have to watch like a video. It's like 4 hours straight. Or you have to like be on a Zoom or something.
I didn't watch a video.
Or you have to be on a Zoom.
I didn't do anything like that. I got my background check, and then after my background check got done, I got a folder with a bunch of papers in it, and they said, read these.
You subbed at the high school?
Yeah, not at Bixby. At Glenpool.
Okay. Yeah. Like, so I don't know. I mean, I still have no idea what I want to do. No clue. But I'm like, let's just get an associate's. It's free. Or it almost was, but then I accidentally accepted a loan. And so I can just, it's like $1,000.
Attempted a loan?
I accidentally accepted one somehow.
How?
I don't know. I didn't, you have to decline it, man. You have to manually decline
Otherwise
loans.
it'll automatically accept?
Yep. And even though I was on Tulsa Cheese. So it's like $1,000, but I can, that's whatever. It's better than several thousands.
Yeah.
And so
that's what OU's like. I had $8,000 scholarship for housing. I had my $2,000 Sauer Award scholarship for my GPA, and then a bunch of other ones, just like tiny ones. And I still owe them like thousands. And I only went for one semester.
Yeah.
I was so upset about it.
And so I don't know. I tell people I like want to teach, maybe go back to the high school just for like nostalgic purposes. Like
nostalgic purposes.
Yeah, like I liked high school. I've grown up in Bixby my whole life. I don't plan on leaving ever.
Really?
I'd be cool living and dying in Bixby.
Really?
I mean,
you don't want to like? Do you want to travel?
I mean, yeah, I travel, but I don't want to move to another state or out of the country.
Really?
Unless I like enlist.
Enlist. What branch would you go
Army,
to?
infantry.
Infantry.
But that's like if way down, like alternate.
Jobe.
Or like if my parents died or something.
You would go to the army if your parents died?
Yeah, or like if I get kicked out, if like my parents kick me out of the house and I'm like,
why would they kick you out?
If something happens and I get kicked out, I'm like, I'll just join the army if I can't find someone else to like live with. If my brothers don't take me in or something.
So army's just like a.
Or if my entire family dies, I would join the army out of desperation.
Okay.
I don't want to be by myself.
Yeah, so you go to the army.
And I like uniforms and I like guns and whatnot. Yeah, and so I say I want to teach, but I don't really know. But so I went to the high school a few weeks back, and I walked around. It's all closed off. The English wing, the art building, the administrative nurse's office, that whole area closed off. Can't go in there.
Why?
You just can't because there's no one in there. It's abandoned.
Really?
The cafeteria, band storage. The armory, band storage. The library, esports.
So are they just going to tear it down, or
they're going to tear down the English wing and the art building, and then they're going to like repurpose that. And they're just waiting to see what else to do with the stuff.
That's crazy.
And it made me so sad. And I was like,
that's like people's memories in
I was
there.
like, I grew up here. Like my whole thing, I was like, I wanted to teach in Mr. Sullivan's old classroom.
Yeah.
Like, I want to. Like, this is killing me. I hate the new building. I'm used to like crappy desks with swear words carved into them.
Yeah.
Carpets that are never been cleaned once. I'm not used to this new stuff.
They have the open concept learning, right? Like it's like the classrooms aren't classrooms.
Yeah, it's like TCC lecture halls. Like where it's just the chairs, like at real college, but smaller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then teachers have offices and the shared classrooms, and well, not really because they have their name on it, but you can just take that off. But it's disgusting.
They're collapsible walls, like you can fold them in. And everything?
No, I don't think so. I don't know that about one. Yeah, but it's gross. I hate it, but I don't know. And the scholarship is great. It's called Inspired to Teach. It would cover all my school.
Oh.
Like, if I graduate TCC, it would cover the rest of the 2 years. And then I would go to NSU because it's close by. Like, BA sounds good, but
I was in a quad room.
Four people.
And I still had to pay $1,600 for that room. No, $16,000. What am I saying? $16,000.
Terrible.
It was so bad. Yeah. It was me, Audrey, Gracie, and then our fourth roommate was a furry, but then she moved out.
Like full outfit or like just a tail and ears?
No, full outfit.
How did she afford that? Asking for a friend.
It's the same way she afforded college, I guess.
Oh.
But
furry outfits are so much. It's ridiculous.
Have you looked into it?
No?
Why?
Maybe?
Why?
I don't know. It'd be funny to have one.
Yeah?
Don't worry about it. I looked on Etsy.
On Etsy?
Thousands of dollars.
That stuff could be like used.
I just threw it to the dry cleaners.
Ooh.
Thousands of dollars for furry outfits. It's ridiculous.
Thousands is crazy.
It's insane.
I think she moved into a dorm with the dog. because we had I was on the 8th floor, and yeah, sometimes the elevators were broken and you'd have to walk all the way up. Like, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm lying. I was on the 10th floor.
That's crazy.
The 10th floor. There's 12 floors.
Oh, wait,
I was
apartment housing type thing? Or is it like...
Kind of. I lived in the blender couch, and it was shaped like a blender, like that. It had, like 4 wings and like a center.
Yes.
And
possibly. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the 10th
yeah. I saw a
a
blueprint of one.
10 out of 12. 10 out of 12. Yes.
Interesting.
I hated it so much. But I was on the same floor as Michael and Cole, but I never saw them because they're in frats and they'd always be out, very involved. Cole and Michael, every time I'd ask them to hang out, they'd be like, no, I got to study. They have mandatory studying days. They have, obviously, their parties, their frat parties. That's the only time I would see them. I'd pull up to, which one? Sigma Chi? Yeah. I'd pull up to Sigma Chi and be like, hey guys. They'd be like, Bree! And then they'd leave me. And that was the only time I'd see them.
No, you never.
No!
Okay.
I'm not.
Someone's clearly not scrolling Instagram at 4 a.m.
No, I'm not.
Healthy. People are healthy, God forbid.
I'm playing Road 96 at 4 a.m. Yeah, I haven't been on Roblox in a while.
I played it yesterday, but
this shouldn't be in your podcast.
I'm gonna cut all this out. I just don't talk to people for longer than like 10 minutes, so I'm not used to it.
10-minute conversations.
Or less. Or
At
I'm just
school?
around my parents. Dude, yeah, I go to school, I like made one friend and we talk for like an hour 2 times a week. And then after that, like I go to my club and I talk to people barely, and then I go to one Sunday I talk to people barely, and then they leave. And so
Are you still friends with high school people?
Yeah, I got friends still in high school.
And no, like from high school.
Oh, I mean, Instagram. Like last semester, I made a few friends, and then I never saw them again, and we were friends on Instagram. Unless it's like a Cybertruck.
Okay.
Or like, no, I mean, when I went to the high school, like I went to the Armory, and it looks dope. And there's like a changing room, and there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's dope.
Is the Armory in the new one?
Yeah. Everything basically moved to the new thing. Like there's like 2 classes still in the old building.
Okay.
Like Mr.
What class?
Like computers.
Oh.
Like that computer classroom, and then there's some other ones like the Armory, like the old Armory. It's so sad. Our wall is still there with all our names on it, and like, when I went there, I was like, can I have one of these desks? Because I looked on Facebook because I missed them, and it's like $50-$60 a desk. And so there's just classrooms full of them.
You just wanted a desk?
Yeah, I missed like 2012 and like 2014.
2012.
Like,
you were in high. Yeah.
Oh.
You should definitely make an effort, because
Yeah.
there's more to life than nostalgia. You gotta.
Yeah, it's hard to.
It's hard to get out of that mindset. Yeah, but like, have you hung out with anybody like from our old group?
From our old group, no. The last person I saw was Keegan, like last Wednesday by accident.
Really?
She had a night class at TCC.
Oh, she goes to TCC.
And I saw Eddie weeks ago. I saw Carmelo today.
Did you?
I saw him at this other thing last week too. But
did you guys hang out?
We did in first semester, like once. But I mean, where do you work now?
Right now I'm just a substitute.
Yeah.
At Glenpool, but I did apply to Waterfront.
I've heard people that work there. What's his face? I took him shooting twice, and.
Do you still talk to Hunter?
Moving on. Moving on.
That is crazy.
I miss that little bro. He's like my one friend, like a lot. He's like I talked to him most in high school.
I know. You guys were always together.
The scholarship, but you have to teach in public school for 5 years straight. And so I'm like, that's doable.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't plan on leaving?
Yeah, and so I'm cool. Bixby, I don't know, rise the ranks, become like vice principal. I'd like to be also like football, like assistant football or baseball coach.
How?
What?
How?
How what?
How can you do that? You don't have experience.
Well,
I love Mr. Paddock. Have you talked to any of them?
Yeah, I went back and I saw him. I went to the art room and talked to her, and
Miss J? Did you have Miss J? What? Oh, Bunny.
Yeah, I had Coach Jay for art last semester.
It's just letting the rain.
Did you rate your professors?
No.
I did. I gave them adequate scores. Adequate scores.
Adequate.
I hated public speaking, but I did it.
Where did it go?
Behind that white car.
Oh. It just disappeared.
Yeah. So, subbing, and then what? Are you...
Well, I applied to Waterfront. I like serving because, like, you get tips, you know. I applied to Shields too, but you don't get tips. You do get paid really well though.
Commissions, right?
Yeah, and then you get paid like hourly too, like 15 an hour, I think, for the position I applied for. That's like my mom as a vet tech got paid $7 an hour. Like that's.
And she had like a what? Like what did she have?
What do you mean?
Anything? Like degree or something, or like
oh no, she worked her way up though. Okay. She started as vet tech like assistant, and then she was a vet tech. I had to stick my dog one time with an IV because she was teaching me. I hate stuff like that. I hate needles. I hate everything. I was like, can we not do this? This is my dog, please. No. I had like a little pack of his blood. It was terrifying. Yeah.
And so, you didn't want to, or are you doing Tulsa cheese, or are you just paying?
No, I have FAFSA. I wasn't here my entire 4 years.
Yeah.
So, but FAFSA covers everything. And they give me like the leftover money. So I get like $2,000 just for going to college.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you finals done?
No, I actually have one today.
In person or online?
In person. It's my 1 o'clock class.
Southeast?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't think I studied for it either.
I didn't study. I guessed on like most of mine.
I think I have a B in the class, so I can flunk this and I'll be fine. Hopefully. And then I have one more final after that. I have 2 more finals after that. I have one on Wednesday. It's the Spanish one. And then I have one on Thursday. It's my history one. And my history one is so important. I have a D in that class right now. And if I get a 100, I can get a C in the class.
Yeah.
So I'm aiming for a 100.
That'd be cool.
Yes. But that's all. I should probably go to math.
For sure. All right. Well, that was fun. Peace.
Peace.